최근 세계 최대 자산운용사 블랙록이 이달 출시한 iShares 비트코인 신탁 ETF IBIT의 첫 번째 영상 광고를 공개했는데요. 이 광고에서 제이 제콥스는 비트코인은 전 세계적으로 채택된 최초의 암호화폐이며 계속해서 지배력을 유지하고 있다고 평가했습니다. 그는 비트코인에 투자하는 동기는 다양하다고 지적하며 어떤 사람들에게는 비트코인이 잠재적인 가치 저장 수단으로 인식되는 반면 다른 사람들에게는 전 세계적으로 화폐가 유통되는 방식에 있어 게임 체인저로 인식되고 있다고 강조 말했습니다. 그는 주식, 채권, ETF와 마찬가지로 블랙록이 제공하는 편의성을 통해 운영 부담을 없애고 세금 신고와 같은 관련 비용을 절감할 수 있다고 말합니다. 또한 블랙록은 고객에게 비트코인의 새로운 시대가 열렸다는 확신을 심어주며 고객으로부터 신뢰를 얻고 있습니다. 최근에는 제이콥스는 블룸버그 텔레비전에 나와서 ETF에 맞춘 장기적인 플랜을 언급했으며 특히 블랙록의 ETF를 접목시켜 수수료를 낮출 수 있다는 뉘앙스도 풍겼는데요. 오랫동안 비트코인 ETF를 밀고 왔던 블랙록의 계획과 또 비트코인 시장에서 어떤 영향을 줄지 영상을 통해 확인해 보겠습니다.
What do you expect the uptake, Jay? Hey, it's Alex in New York. Thanks to Katie. What do you expect the kind of uptake for all of these products are going to be? How rapid? How do we judge it?
Look, it's tough to say. I think we have to go back to the ETF structure itself and the access that it provides to investors. There's a lot of different investor types that can now access Bitcoin through our spot ETF, and so we're excited about that, and I think that will really kind of prove out over time.
Jay, my turn. I'm going to jump in. It's Guy. Look, if I buy a BlackRock model portfolio, is there going to be Bitcoin in there now?
I can't speculate on that. I would say that, again, this is about access to so many different client types in the market. If we take a step back, there are people who have already had Bitcoin exposure but would prefer it through IBIT, through the ETF itself that could be transacting in this product today. There's people who couldn't access Bitcoin but now can because of IBIT being on the market. So this is about kind of providing that access to a wide range of investors.
Let's talk about who those investors are. So won't speculate on model portfolios, but is this product for retail or is it for wealth managers? Is it for advisors, financial advisors? What's your expectation of who will actually be buying this ETF?
Just like all of our ETFs, it's really for everyone. I mean, I think, what is this solving for, right? I think if we start with why does IBIT have appeal to investors, first, it's the access it's providing. So investors who want to see Bitcoin alongside their other portfolio holdings can now do so with an ETF. I think people who are looking for the convenience of an ETF in the Bitcoin space, kind of removing a lot of those complexities around the cost of trading or the tax reporting or deciding between hot and cold wallets, is providing that value. And then on top of that, it's really about the quality that BlackRock is bringing to the space, that institutional grade infrastructure that we've really been focused on in ETFs for over 20 years. So when you combine those together, access, convenience, and quality, that appeals to several different investor types.
All right, Jay, let's talk about fees here because fees across the board are extremely low. When it comes to the BlackRock product in particular, this fund will charge 25 basis points eventually. It does have a 12-month waiver of 12 basis points. And with that in mind, with fees so low, what's the break-even level of assets needed for this fund to be profitable?
I mean, I think investors focus on fees, but more importantly, they focus on quality. And when you look at, the 1,300 ETFs we manage globally, the investment-grade technology we bring to the space, the professional level of risk management that's involved in this ETF, I think people see that this pricing is really competitive. And it's not just about chasing the lowest fee. It's about balancing cost as well as that quality that's coming in.
So that's the investor perspective, but from BlackRock's perspective, again, fees very low. Would you expect this to be a loss leader for a while?
No, we really benefit from the scale of our platform. 1,300 ETFs, $2 trillion in the United States. That allows us to really bring that quality at scale.
Jay, do you think the market needs all of these ETFs? Do you think there's going to be a winnowing process that takes place here?
I can't speculate on the market. I know that our customers wanted BlackRock to bring out the IBIT ETF. So, we're certainly happy to be able to provide that access today and to really solve a client need that we've been asked for over the last few years. This was a multi-year journey listening to clients and knowing that we could bring a great solution to the market.
What would success for this product look like a year from now? Because, for example, iShares does have a few other crypto-related products. I look at the iShares Blockchain and Tech ETF, for example, the ticker there, IBLC. You take a look at that. That launched in April 2022, only has about $18 million in assets. What are you expecting for this product? What would success be?
I mean, look, this is day one. I would say success is getting here. I think this is so exciting to bring out a spot Bitcoin ETF to the market with IBIT. We've seen from clients over the last few years the interest in this product, and it'll sit alongside our broadest platform in the ETF space, over 400 ETFs. So I think the ability to get this exposure, or to consider this exposure alongside all the other exposures we provide, really allows investors to get that granularity they need in this kind of uncertain macro environment.
Hey, Jay, it's Alex again. When you talk to clients, do they have like a pot of money in cash? They're just like waiting and chomping at the bit to buy a spot Bitcoin ETF? Or do you get the sense that they're going to be like selling out of other stuff to buy this thing? I just want to get an idea of sort of how the money shifts.
It's really up to every investor to decide if and how they're going to allocate. We know that there's some people who have been waiting either because they didn't have that access before, or they had a different way of getting exposure and they prefer the ETF. So it's really hard to make any generalizations.
And I do want to just follow up on fees a little bit more, because again, you're going with a waiver, and there's several issuers in this field who are going with waivers. You have the longest 12 months. Why go with a waiver? When I talk to analysts, for example, they make the point that financial advisors considering these products, they don't really look at the waivers. They take a look at the eventual fee, the long-term fees. Why go with a waiver at all?
Look, we want to be competitive, but at the same time, we really do want to focus on the quality that we're providing investors. So we know there's people that are excited to get into this space today. We know that there's people that might be waiting, but we really want to deliver that product quality first and foremost, beyond the fees or the waivers.
이런 급변하는 비트코인 시장에서는 다양한 정보도 중요하지만 가장 중요한 것은 투자의 전략과 노하우인데요. 하지만 투자를 하는데 필요한 전략과 노하우는 아무도 알려주지 않습니다. 그래서 구독자분들을 위해 저희가 책을 준비했는데요. 실제로 이 책은 현재 인터넷에서 판매되고 있는 책이며 무려 3만 원대에 판매가 되고 있습니다. 제가 여러분께 이 책을 무료로 나눠드리는 이유는 이 책을 통해서 많은 구독자분이 조금이나마 투자에 도움이 되셨으면 하는 마음에 준비했고, 제 사비로 구독자 한 분 한 분께 나눠드리면서 채널을 키우기 위해 투자를 하는 것입니다. 010-5886-4840으로 구독이라고 문자를 보내주시면 한 분 한 분 빠짐없이 모든 분께 책을 무료로 제공해드리겠습니다. 현직 비트코인 투자 전문가의 전략과 노하우를 무료로 배워볼 수 있는 좋은 기회이니 이 혜택을 모든 분이 누리시고 저희 채널을 많이 사랑해주셨으면 좋겠습니다. 010-5886-4840으로 구독이라고 문자를 보내주시고 책 한 권씩 무료로 받아가셔서 구독자분들이 투자하시는데 큰 도움이 되셨으면 좋겠습니다. 지금까지 시청해주셔서 감사합니다. 구독과 좋아요, 알람 설정 부탁드립니다. 저는 계속해서 유익한 해외 코인 뉴스를 빠르게 전달하도록 하겠습니다. 감사합니다.